All right, Title Nation, what's up? We got our board briefing Monday, February 15th. Let's switch gears a little bit, mainly because I've done the board briefing 17 times now, and every time I've got it wrong. Finisher today, 6 rounds, 30-second hollow hold, followed by a 30-second arch hold. We're just gonna go back to back to back to back for 6 rounds, all right? Our workout for today is 2 5-minute AMRAPs with a 4-minute rest period in between them, okay? 8 burpees over the dumbbell, 8 kickbacks to ground to overhead. We have to alternate the dumbbell every time we do a kickback, right? Then we have a little test run before we start the workout, and that's going to be 4 burpees over the dumbbell, 4 kickbacks to ground to overhead, 30 seconds rest, and then we're going to repeat. This is going to give us a chance to sort of work on some technique, ask questions to the coach and all that good stuff right there, right? So make sure if you have any technique questions and all that, get them out right there, and we'll get them taken care of, right? So our strength work is going to be 6 sets of 5 overhead reverse lunges to half kneeling press. I'll go over that when I reverse the order here, okay? 6 sets of 5 for that one. Our hip prep, 6 warrior poses, 20 tall duck walks, 10 weighted Kang squats, and we're only doing 1 round of that bad boy, okay? Our warm-up is going to be 2 rounds of 20 plank up downs, 20 jumping jacks, and then 2 rounds of 10 and 10 clamshells with a hip lift and 10 alternating dead bugs. All right, so for the warm-up, we're just getting things primed and ready to go. Shoulders, abs, hips, glutes, and some more abs here with these alternating dead bugs. The hip prep, warrior pose. We're gonna have that good pause at the end there, looking up, twisting our lower body, trying to open up our hips a little bit. The tall duck walk, getting our legs fired, stretched out mostly for me. And then the Kang squat, hamstrings and glutes here and abs, right? Strength work. So if I'm gonna do this overhead reverse lunge, right? I'm gonna overhead reverse lunge. I have the dumbbell in my right hand. I'm gonna reverse lunge with my right leg. So my right leg's gonna go back, my right knee's gonna plant on the ground, and then I will do a half kneeling press. I'll bring the dumbbell back down, push it up, and then stand back up with the dumbbell in the overhead position, okay? Once I've done 5 reps, I will switch arms. Now I'll be on my left arm. I'll do a reverse lunge with the dumbbell overhead. Once I get planted with my knee, I'll bring the dumbbell down, and then do a half kneeling press, and then stand up with the dumbbell back overhead from the bottom position, all right? We got 6 rounds. We can rest about a minute between that. Okay, so a little twist on the half kneeling press and the reverse lunge, okay? The test run. So we talked about answering some questions of technique and stuff like that. Let's talk about the burpee. It often gets overlooked for sort of a movement that's just like, oh, we're just gonna get through it. But there is some things that can happen in the burpee to make it more efficient. One of them is, especially when we're jumping over an object, is to land beside the object. And how we do that, best way I can describe it is put your chest down when you're doing a burpee right beside the dumbbell. And then when you go to stand up, your feet should replace where your chest was, all right? If you're good at burpees and you're gonna cycle them fairly quickly, make sure that your feet land flat where your hands or your chest were, right? And then that way, you're right beside the dumbbell. You can just laterally hop over it. For people who cannot land with their feet flat, right, out of the bottom of a burpee, it might be wise to switch gears a little bit and maybe step up so you can land flat-footed, or you can put your feet on the ground flat, right? This is gonna save your quads a little bit for other things, right? So we wanna use our posterior chain a little bit when we're getting up out of the bottom of a burpee. We don't generally wanna be on our toes and burning up our quads, okay? So there's some efficiency on some burpees. And then we're doing 4 kickbacks to ground to overhead. So every time we do a kickback, we're gonna have to switch arms with the dumbbell, right? Ground to overhead. However you want to get it from ground to overhead. You can clean and jerk it. I don't recommend it, but you might need to when you're tired. The best way to do it would be just snatch it right from the ground, okay? whatever movement we're taking from the ground, let's make sure that we're bending our knees so we can get closer to the ground, so we can keep our back at a flatter angle, at a better angle too, okay? It's not a barbell where there's weights on the end when it sits a little higher. It's a dumbbell, right? So the head's, or it doesn't sit as high as a dumbbell, so we have to bend extra to get it. Take the bend out of your knees, not out of your back, right? And then this workout, 5-minute AMRAP, 4 minutes rest, 5-minute AMRAP. Hit this thing hard. Come out of the gate, blazing, and try to hang on, okay? You get that 4-minute rest and you can do it again. Have fun with it. Happy Monday, happy family day.